24-year-old Andre Fuqua is the focus of tonight's Crime of the Week. Now, when police officers responded to a reported accident on I-37 back in January 2017, they found Fuqua shot to death, slumped over the steering wheel of his car. He was an avid runner and a respected coach in this area who didn't have any known enemies. And if you know anything about his murder, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 888-TIPS.
The Nueces County Jail currently sits at 92% occupancy, which poses a major problem when it comes to overseeing inmates. And with additional beds available at the McKenzie Annex, Nueces County Sheriff J.C. Hooper says they cannot be used because of a lack of correctional officers. Chris 6 News anchor Paulo Salazar joins us now live from outside the McKenzie Annex with more on this. Paula.
Well, Katya, Sheriff Hooper was kind enough to give me a private tour of the two brand new dormitories that currently sit empty. Now, the county spent close to $2.5 million on the space needed to house the inmates, but they can't be used because they don't have the proper staffing to run the facilities. Why is this not being utilized? What's the issue that we've got?
The issue is a shortage of staff, a shortage of correctional officers.
The Nueces County Jail houses about 975 inmates. Sheriff J.C. Hooper says he's understaffed by 30 correctional officers, but not having enough manpower isn't something new. Every sheriff before him has dealt with staff shortages. He says the problem is finding the personnel he needs to make working conditions manageable and safe.
It's a tough job. And the economy is so good right now that if someone wants to make $16, $17, $18 an hour, there are other jobs out there that are paying more than that.
To get hired, a candidate must be 18 years old, a U.S. citizen, have a high school diploma or GED, and pass a series of background checks along with a drug screening. Once cleared, they can start on the job immediately as a cadet, making just over $33,000 a year. The county then has 90 days to get them certified.
And it's not for everybody, but if somebody wants to get their start in public service in the criminal justice system, this is an excellent starting point.
With 12-hour shifts, many of the current correctional officers are working overtime, which often lead to burnout and overworking. Retaining officers then becomes a problem. With two new dormitories and the ability to house 96 more inmates, occupancy should be at 84%. But because of the staff shortage, they currently sit empty.
It's a bit depressing. We have two brand new 48-bed dorms that we can't occupy.
County commissioners have approved the budget for 11 new correctional officers. Sheriff Hooper says if you're looking for a career in law enforcement, the Nueces County Sheriff's Office wants to hear from you. And with the new collective bargaining agreement recently passed, the pay was increased for correctional officers. And once certified, an officer can soon be making just under $40,000 a year. Outside the Nueces County McKenzie Annex, Paulo Salazar for Chris 6 News.
All right, Paulo, thank you. And for more information on employment, we have set up a link on our website at christv.com.